Welcome back, everyone, to another technical analysis. And today we are taking a look at Solana coin. Now, before we go to the smaller time frames, we are still below this 200 EMA on the daily time frame, and price has even dipped below 100 mark, which is basically below this major supportive zone. And two things to note here: one, we had a nice breakdown, quick retest, liquidity retest, rather than a proper one, and a further movement to lower zones. Here we had a nice breakdown, retest, another breakdown, proper one this time, and now we are retesting the major resistance zone. As of now, it's currently a resistance zone. So overall, if we see that sellers will maintain the dominance in this region, then we can expect easily a further movement to lower zones like $77 and 68 or $69. So this would be the region for us on the bigger time frame. But this would happen only if we see a proper rejection from here, which means price will just slide below this zone again, and then we would enter into a small mid-term trade here. But if we are going to go and look on the 4 hour time frame or even like an hourly time frame, and we let me take a look, maybe let's go to the 4 hour time frame, will be a little bit easier. Yep, like that. That's what we wanted. So two things. One thing is that on the daily time frame, as mentioned already, we are retesting the major zone. And second thing is Solana has broken out of this 200 EMA mark on the 4 hour time frame, which has been holding the price basically since the January of 2025. And ever since we've been respecting this 200 EMA mark, like here, this we can also consider the respect, and this one as well, because it's in the region of in between the 100 and 200 EMAs. But right now we have had a proper breakout, multiple retests, one fake out, another breakout. So overall, if we are going to look for any kind of upward movement on the 4 hour time frame, this would be the region we need to secure and break out from, which means we need to see a nice breakout attempt, ideally above this 140 zone, retest, and then move to the upper zones, and this would be the entry for us. So it's not the price, but just to give you um, some sort of explanation on the market price movement. So we need to see a breakout, retest, and once we test or breakout form breakout structure here, then this would be the entry zone for us. But ideally, of course, what we want to see is, as always, a short position. So this is what we are going to aim for. Right now, we see that the price is seeing some sort of rejection, that we might even see a movement to this zone, so retesting this 100 EMA mark. And if we bounce from this zone once again, then of course you can catch a smaller upward movement again to this zone. Let me take a look. The percentage wise, the movement's like 6%, and I think upward would be like 10, okay, 8%. But still, as long as we don't see any kind of sell side pressure below this 100 and 200 and 100 EMA, we are not going to enter into the long term trade or mid term trade on the Solana coin. But if we say that price will break down from here and we see a market structure break forming here, which actually has been formed already thanks to this zone here. So going on the 30-minute time frame to give you a proper view, and let's highlight it into the pink one like this. So this is the, oh, give me one sec. This is a nice market structure break that happened. Right now we had a fill which expanded way too much. This should have gone down here, and then it would be a perfect market structure break scenario, but prices pushed, and now we're seeing a second wave of sell-off. So a chance to catch a smaller trade here to lower zones is possible. And overall, on the 4 hour time frame, ideally we need still to see this 100 EMA to be broken. So 4 hour time frame, and this line here, which is like $125. And once we see this zone to be broken, the target would be this, then smaller retest, next target, smaller retest, and final target. And risk and reward ratio for this trade should be, stop loss should be closer to this zone, ideally, which is about the 200 EMA. So like let's call it 8% of market price movement, and target would be 22%, 16%, and like 13%. Let's call it this way. So yeah, that's it for the Solana coin. We see a weakness kicking in right now, and ideally, of course, on the bigger time frame, we might see pretty nasty movement on the Solana coin. So we are going to wait for a proper signs, and this is an ideal catch that someone can take. We are definitely going to take and try to catch this moment here, at least this moment to here, and from here we are going to close the position. And if we see a further movement or a pressure from the sellers, of course we are going to go for this 100-ish area here. So once again, thank you for watching this video as always, and see you in the next one.